this day, as we come to crown the most inspiring story today from the Soul Sisters, as Mango Senior School, we want to say, dear friends, that we are honored to partner with you, but also to work with UBC. This year, Mango Senior School is celebrating 130 years of existence. Yes. To us, that is no mean feat, and because it is a special year, that is how I got to be identified and invited to share my story on the Soul Sisters program. I note that we are basically here to get inspired to be better than we actually are. And to the students who are here, irrespective of the school, I want to say to you that this does not make sense, but it is the most important bit for life.
On the welfare, worship it up, man, brothers. Give a gun, step back, what you kill each other. We stand to fight back, that's what we say. 2 shots in the dark now, who is dead? I go laugh for my brother. Or you can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We're gonna start to make changes. Not to see me as a best, they were 2 distant strangers. And that's what's supposed to be. I'm gonna take a brother, he's close to me. I love to go back when he played as kids, but things change, and that's the way it is. Come on. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. It's race trap, and I never get to lay back, cause I got to worry how to pay back. Some funks that are out way back, coming back all up those years. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat, that's the way it is.
California, dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how we felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us. What do you do when you can't let go? What do you say when you just don't know how you feel? And you don't know why you listen. What's everybody got that on their heart? So everybody's trying to find out.
Whoever big, whoever small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you bring me along.
It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the sign in the world to be us? You are the nation I have to speak to. You are the one I love to meet. Kutuka wanurani enegenda kubasema talo kuwa bulego wewe yanganera nisageyomera katono amani owe chitima kusaba mulugendo lwange saba chimusi
of friends you pick right now are the people who are going to be your friends 10 years from now. They are the friends who will treat you. I have my friend who is a doctor. When I was sick, one time I was sick and I just said, I'm sick. He's like, you come and I treat you. And this is my hobby. I have a friend who is a minister, and we used to sit in the same class, and we're in a group, we used to compete. So the kind of friends you pick right now, and all these people who are here, they will testify. Your friends define who you are.
I'm delighted to be here this afternoon. Thank you for giving us your time. We are so grateful as UBC. Warm regards from the management and staff of UBC. Thank you for standing in for Super Soul Sisters.
It is challenging to be an orphan or a vulnerable child. I talk out of experience. They are discriminated. A lot of problems to do with access of services, education, and health inclusive.
My name is Balam Dataitas from Mengo Senior School. I grew up from Lusaze, Kosovo, the slums of that area, and life there was not that easy. While there, I went to Charity Community School, and the name of the school can define the nature of the school. But while there, I had a great passion of helping others, to that extent that I was even nominated to be the HP of the school. And this motivated my parents the most, that they gave in all they had to see that I make it to the school of my dreams, and that was Mengo Senior School. However, life in Mengo Senior School was not easy at all at first. Reason being, I was this one person who was not able even to sustain a conversation in English for 2 minutes. I was mocked. I was called Chifumbogo. You all know that phrase. That was my name. I remember I used to sit in the corner. But that did not put me down, but rather it gave me strength to even work harder. Imagine a Form 1 having winters every night. That was me. By the time it was second term, I was in the 13th position in my stream, over 100 students. I was so happy, to the extent that I had to testify before church. And of course I had to buy myself a bottle of soda. By the end of third term, I was the best in my stream, over 100 students. And I was the second best, over 1,000 students plus.
Out of the long journeys comes out a strong lady. Here I am, neat, clean, and smart.
But I kept on saying, Cynthia, you know what? You want to become a doctor. And every successful person out there has a story behind their success. So I had to hawk mangoes, carrying a bucket of mangoes, moving from Chebando, going Chisasi. I think some of you also saw me on the road.
I'm an abandoned child by my dad. I've grown up seeing my mom and grandmother toil to get the best for me, such that I can live a happy life.
Life is a test of faith, just as a pilgrim moving to a holy ground with an unseen hope. My story is traced back then in West Nile, where I was brought up by a single mother of 3 children with 3 different fathers.
Some people say that a lot of smiles deceive, and sometimes I think it is right, because someone may not know what you have inside. They just look at the outer part.
Rise above the struggle, but don't let it define you.
I'm Anita Tesot. As you can see, I'm wearing something called atabi, which is our cultural attire.
I remember the first time when I witnessed Super Soul Sisters was in Kololo, when Maria Matembe came, and I was there physically. Those stories touched me. Number one, touched me. I also had my story, but I was touched and I was inspired. And guess what? Good things, when you do good things come back to you. I also told a story one time, but my story was telling the parents indirectly of what maybe I was. And I think parents, you might have seen this face. That is me. Actually, I was seated at UBC. The records are there, and it was a good story.
I want to thank the Super Soul Sisters for this lovely opportunity. You know, when they gave me the call and told me, Lorraine, you need to come and see these young people, I felt, you know, I have a sibling here in this school as well, but also one of my visions and goals is to speak to young people. And just judging these youth standing here before you was so inspirational for not only myself, but even them themselves. I want to thank the school management of Mengo SS. Thank you so much. To the students, thank you so much for showing up, even in this cold weather. We really do appreciate you. We want to thank our partners who partnered with Super Soul Sisters, and also, most especially, want to thank the guardians and the parents. Thank you so much for giving us your children. I don't want to say for letting your children expose themselves, but for giving us your children to tell their stories.
From the moment jena kwekwa tanti ebyangere byakyuka kati ndi mwana wa mwami onkolete birungi nayimba onkolete birungi natema onkolete birungi nakutendanga onkolete birungi bitagambika I will praise you all my life. Dance for Jesus.
My name is Jamila Luka and you're watching us here today in a different setting. Today we're in Chinatown and we are here just to give a tip of what happened in the most inspiring story which we've been having for months. We had a finale and we picked one boy and one girl. It was such a very, very nice experience. And today we want to know from the contestants, what was their experience? How did they feel? How have they been since they won this crown? We want to know from them. So here we have for your worth, Cynthia, the best female and most inspiring story contestant 2025, and then we have Mirambe, who is also the boy child who we picked and was the best. So these two students have very lovely stories, but we are going to start with Cynthia. Cynthia, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
How do you feel wearing that crown on your head?
I'm blessed. Yeah, just now I'm blessed. I'm so happy. I can't even explain it. I'm blessed. It's by God's grace.
I saw you having tears of joy. You were so overwhelmed and everyone was happy for you. Actually, all the contestants were like, she really deserved it. So how did you feel when I said the best female, most inspiring story 2025 is Cynthia Afoyewat? How was the feeling?
Actually, at first, I couldn't believe it because out of many, I asked myself, is it real? Who am I? And then I was like, yeah, this is me. I felt so good. I felt blessed because at first, I was like, you know what? After a senior four, let me just stop here because now there was no hope of me continuing. But then after you mentioning that I'm the winner, I was like, yeah, God has lifted me from grace to grace.
When you went back home, like how were your neighbors feeling? Because you know they gave you presents, and then Chinatown gave you a voucher of 300,000 to shop groceries. So how were the people around you feeling, including your auntie whom you stay with? Did you tell your mom? How was it like?
Actually, when I was going home, I found one of my aunties that I used to stay with formerly. So she saw me holding a mattress and something. So she was like, is this you? I was like, yeah, this is me. So she took me home. Before reaching, started crying. Yeah, she was crying, and then the neighbors came. They had to put a music. They started dancing. They were like, wow, this is the hawker. Eh? Somebody mentioned it. This is the hawker. Cynthia, is this you? I was like, yeah, God has done it with tears. Remember, at first, I had no mattress. Yeah, sincerely speaking.
You used to sleep
I used
on
to
the floor?
sleep down on the floor. Like, we had these mats, these made mats.
Papyrus? All
Yeah.
these mats they make from...
The one they make from the ones that are produced in the factories.
Ah, okay.
So I could just get the mats, put down, and then get some cloth put on it. So now when I reached home with the mattress, everyone was like, oh my God, so today you're going to sleep on a mattress? Yeah, I slept like a queen. My leg went
So
this
you
side.
couldn't even wait for the mattress to first breathe? Eh?
No way. Then I went back to my aunt, the one I stay with. She couldn't believe it. She cried, but I was like, yeah, this is the grace of God.
Now that you know that you have a scholarship, you're going to be studying, what do you want to be in future?
I want to be a medical doctor. I want to be this doctor who is a nutritionist, since most of the people these days, they are like malnutrition, it's a lot. So I just want to be this doctor who guides people on the right diet to eat.
Look, but you know why I somehow your face is deceptive. I remember during the contest, you rapped Tupac's song. I'm like, is this the doctor that has been doing the most inspiring story? But anyway, coming back to you, after that rap, after your presentation of the story, how did you feel?
At first, the experience, me too, I couldn't believe it, that my story would really touch a lot of people like that now I know it, that somebody is now understanding the struggles I went through, the struggles and I'm still going through, and the vision, what is keeping me going from all that. So I take this opportunity to thank the entire UBC staff, the entire Super Soul program, that they gave me this podium. I'm able to share my story, and I'm seeing the future is bright. At first I wouldn't see the next morning, but now I can see it.
You mentioned in your story, if I remember very well, that your sister is the one who pays your tuition, and then like you are the last born of the family, and they know that you're very brilliant. Because according to your story, you've always been the best, and you want to be a gynecologist. Did you say that?
No,
you
a
want
cardiologist.
To be, eh?
A cardiologist.
A cardiologist.
Yes.
So now, your sisters, your brothers, how did it feel when you reached home and they're like, wow, now the dream is starting to show some face?
Really, my sister was so happy because this is a lady who didn't make it far. She has been always sacrificing for the family, like at a tender age. Like when I remember those days back then in West Nile, she would go in struggles. She would go deep there to look for tomatoes to bring that so that sustain the family. She was so happy. She didn't even get a chance to reach to upper education levels. So whenever she sees me, she's seeing like a brighter future in me. So my mom was my number one fan. She's so happy actually.
Very interesting. So that day when you went back home, I know that Alur's love also, they have very special traditional way of celebrating. So I see Cynthia is smiling, but I want to hear from you when you reached home
I myself, I stay at school. I was given that opportunity to stay at school as one of the prosperous students and whom they are expecting a lot to perform this year. So I couldn't get that quick transport to transport me exactly at home. I went home early in the morning, the Sunday morning, that's when I went back home. So when I reached, first of all, the companions whom I stay with, my friends.
How did they welcome you?
Really, once they saw me with the crowns, with everything, they were so happy, they were so privileged. They say, look man, you deserved it. You really put in the effort. And from that moment, let me say, one of my friends called Timothy, that time we even made a video to thank everybody because nobody expected us to win. Some of them were intimidating us. They said, you won't make it, but however, regardless of the circumstances, we still managed to be victorious. So when my mom, I told her about the story, she couldn't believe it at first. Then I proved that with the awarding ceremony instruments. She was so happy. She said, really, the future is big. It's all because of God's prayers and her prayers. She was so privileged. She was so happy. She said, this is really what she never expected.
What are you looking forward to doing today since you're in Chinatown and you have this voucher? You're going to be shopping. What are your expectations?
Yeah, it's true. I want to shop. I never expected that kind of chance would come in my life. Because even sometimes there at school, it's hard to get such opportunities. The only opportunity you get, a friend taking you to a break. But now I'm given this chance to explore and to shop whatever I want.
He's smiling.
Yeah, me, I'm just happy because I love food and I'm going to shop food. Yeah.
Interesting. So what is your last message to the students or the youth who are out there who do not believe in themselves, who fear to go for opportunities?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank my dear head teacher. Thank you so much, sir, for always supporting us, for being there for us. Thank you so much, Kololo students. I love you so much. Thank you for always supporting me. Yeah, I really appreciate. And then thank you so much, Super Soul Sisters, for lifting me from grass to grace. Thank you so much. Now, my message to anyone out there is that once you stick to your goal, nothing is impossible.
From Dr. Lukman's perspective,
my message would be, really believe in your potential, those people who are there, the entire youth, and everybody who is down there. It's believing in your potential. Nobody should just put you down. Just believe that you know yourself better. I'm thankful for the entire school, the entire administration, because me, I've benefited a lot. I've been always getting those privileges at school. I'm so thankful. I just keep on that these chances should just come in. You never know, there are so many souls we shall be saving using these programs.
And for you who is watching us on Super Soul Sisters, this is just a beginning for your wife Cynthia and Omirambe Lukman. Even you, if you're out there and you want to help these young people, they still have a lot that they need. Apart from just the groceries, the things that they have, they need support. Because we as Super Soul Sisters and partners, we've tried to do what we can. But if their story has touched you, please just come to Super Soul Sisters, get in touch with us. We will deliver the help because they still need a lot of things. Because Cynthia is in senior 4, she's going to senior HSC and is already in HSC going to university. So I know that when they go to university, they will need more and more help. So from us Super Soul Sisters, we thank you again, Kololo SS, for making sure that you bring the students and also the UBC team. For now, let us go for a break. We shall be right back. Welcome back to Super Soul Sisters. My name is Jamila Olukha, and we are here today in Chinatown with our contestants and also one of the staff from Chinatown because, they gave these young people an offer and we want to get from them why they gave us the offer and then all those things.
First of all, I studied, but I didn't go far. Just entered in senior 4 because my parents didn't have money to continue with my studies, so I had to hustle. I came in Kampala in 2016 and joined a security company, G4S. I struggled, but still things didn't go well as I expected. So around this year, in Feb, I got a friend who called me that there are some opportunities in Chinatown. You can drop your application. I didn't also sit. I had to rush and dropped my application. In a few days, they called me for interview. When I came for interview, they told me they would call me. Just that same day, they called me in the evening that I've succeeded, I should start work by tomorrow.
Wow. How did you feel?
I was so happy. I was staying with my sister. She was also so happy for me because she was praying for me at least to get a good paying job. And indeed, it was a good paying job.
What message do you have for those young people that have failed to continue with education?
Young people who are there, the message I have for you is you have to work hard, because this generation we are going in needs a hard-working person. You have to work hard so that you can see your future.
Funny question.
Yes.
Now, if you find me, Jamil, I have stolen something, maybe I've hidden it somewhere, what do you do now with that person?
First of all, I will first talk to you.
And if I refuse?
If you refuse, I will handle you. We have our place for keeping those people. I'll take you to that place. Then I'll call to my superiors.
What is so unique about Chinatown that we should expect?
Chinatown is very good. It has cheaper satisfaction and quality goods which are all together in one place.
The manager is here. He was the brain behind giving them the voucher, and I want to know, tell us your name and why Super Soul Sisters, why you chose us, and then why you picked these two people to give them the voucher.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. I greet you all in the name of Jesus. We're so much more grateful as Chinatown to partner with the Super Soul Sisters through UBC, the national television. Of course, why did we choose Super Soul Sisters? Because we're close with the culture. Chinatown is a corporate society that not only takes away from the people but also gives back. You see, so that is who we are. That's the culture of Chinatown. So as you came through, we had to sit with the board of directors, and I thank the board of directors to literally accept this, to partner with Super Soul Sisters for this platform, because when you read through the magazine, it literally showed that we needed to give a hand.
And then, of all things, you decided to give us, the vouchers are 300,000 each for each student.
Yeah.
And then you needed, why the groceries?
There are moments of life that hits differently. And sometimes a person can live without a mattress, but cannot live without food. So it's key. That's where we literally measured that we can give that space. That most of the times, I will share something little that before, I think after my senior 6, I've gotten to a state where I literally lacked. Yeah, I didn't lack a mattress, but I lacked what to eat. And I've gotten into that space, so I know how it feels to be without food.
When people think about Chinatown, they think about the other things. They never think about food.
We are this entity that umbrellas everyone, or that accommodates everyone. So we've gotten the grocery, we've gotten the milk products, we've gotten the liquor section.
Wow.
We also have our own bakery, so I call upon everyone who's watching us to come and pick bread. Trust me, taste it. You never stay the same. We've gotten the cereal section, gotten the snacks, we've gotten so very many foodstuffs, the eatable. So if my dear parents, if children are going back to school, please come.
So what is your message to the people who are viewing right now about what Super Soul Sisters has done and as a manager of Chinatown?
It's a good initiative, I can say. There are very many people who are literally into state of lack, you know, and sometimes not their own making, but there are certain things which are literally inevitable. I literally thank Super Soul Sisters to have this platform, because I know there are very many viewers literally who are there, and once the voice is heard, support can come in.
I'm Behangana Pius. I head the office of Human Capital, whereby I recruit, I train, and I mentor. So as Chinatown, we are privileged to have all to participate in this activity, Super Soul Sisters, and I'm very happy that we have the sisters, my sister here, Cynthia, and Dr. Lukman. You're welcome here. And when I look at this young generation, I just think of where I was during that age. How when they were sharing about their stories, I also looked at my story a bit of it. Almost the same. I looked at my journey of education up to where am I. What I can assure them is that life is still bright for them. Where they are, we were once there, and we are somewhere, we are heading another journey. We are kind of a bit pleased that we are part of this activity. We feel okay whenever we are part of a certain activity that benefits a certain generation. And I assure you that we shall remain in touch. What I have for them is that if it's their wish, maybe now this one is in senior 4. The year is approaching senior 6. We are soon heading or finishing the year. You can as well come and be part of us. During your holidays, you have to keep your minds sharp. You come and see how people do business, because you might be a doctor when you have to do a business somewhere.
Yes.
So over the holidays, we commit ourselves as Chinatown that we shall always be part of.
Wow.
This
Thank you
team.
so much. So that means you'll be taking them in their vacations. At least they come here and work and experience.
Yeah, you come be part of Chinatown. We have you. You will be here training, but as well we shall be giving something in support. Yeah.
She says she loves food, so you'll be having some food.
Yeah, we have what we know Chinatown. We have ever worked for other international groups or companies, but Chinatown is a special one. At least when it comes to how to cater for the workers, we give them good meals, give them good drinks, and the pay is good. That's why you see us shining.
I see. From I tell you what,
Yeah.
from the entrance, you
Yeah.
just see happy employees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, HR.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate your gift. For us, we call it a gift because
Yeah.
where we pick these two young people, if you had seen them 3 months ago, you could be crying right now when you're hearing
Sure.
their stories. But we've polished them a bit. We've taught them to be resilient, to tell their story without having emotions. That's why you see them here today. But thank you so much. So from Super Soul Sisters team, we appreciate and we are looking forward to, especially him who is already almost sitting for senior 6.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that we follow up and he
Yes.
comes at least to get some experience and also get some. You said that you give them something kidogo, something small, so that
Yes.
he can start now feeling like a doctor, you know. We have our lovely teacher, Teacher Rachel, but today she's not here as a Teacher Rachel because she's also one of the Super Soul Sisters. She's here as the main judge who judged all Super Soul Sisters Most Inspiring Story finale on the 16th of this very month. So Teacher Rachel, you are most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Judge Rachel, you look lovely, first of all. As always, you look lovely and brilliant. And take us through.
I want first to begin by thanking the team of UBC and the program of Super Soul Sisters. Actually, I got an opportunity to know that there are programs that are actually very, very vital to everyone. And I would encourage, before I forget, that people should take some little time to listen to the stories. We started with the process way back in March. I believe it was a team of around 100. That is, we had students from Mengo Senior Secondary School. We had from Kololo Senior Secondary School, Luzira, SS, and then out of school. But the auditions gave us an experience. You see, when the learners were telling their stories, typically you'd see what they're undergoing. I was personally touched. I thought I was the only one. When I looked around, the people who are around me, I saw almost everybody having a hanky. They were not faking, but that was a reality of what they were undergoing. So as they told their stories, we had to take them through a process. And those ones that went for auditions and succeeded, those are the 20 now that we had on 16th this month at Mengo SS. And among the ones that you're seeing seated here is now behind those stories that you saw. And I think the way I'm looking at them, the stories are still speaking louder, because the stories have not ended. Because as they came out of those stories, they still have more stories out there to tell. But what did we base? We said, now who is at a risk? And that's what we looked at and said, now this. But basing on the marks, actually the marks were on, even so when we discussed with the team, we almost like said, what do we do? They said, but now let's now look at the risk bit of it. Who is at a risk of either dropping out of school? Who is at a risk of, who is more vulnerable? And for sure, we drew on to the two. And when we did it, when the background was giving us, as you're reading, the winner of who is, and the names were pronounced. That means that we were on the same page. And it gave us very inspiring moment to continue. Yes.
Thank you very much, Teacher Rachel, Judge Rachel, the most inspiring story judge of 2025. To you who are watching, we want first of all to give gratitude and thank Uweso for making sure that they made it on time, and also they supported our winners with some beddings and also some other things. And then the Kisubi University for giving them a scholarship, because as you heard from Cynthia and Lukman, they were not sure of how they are going to continue. But now, you know that feeling of knowing that you're just going to present yourself and study, and all you need to use is your brain. It is such a good feeling. I can imagine coming from them, it's so fulfilling. Then to Reproductive Health Uganda, thank you for coming to teach these young people, especially at Mengo, when we were teaching them the values of how to respect and take care of their bodies. It was also very nice. Mengo SS, thank you for giving us a big platform, giving us the most beautiful hall, and also taking care of us logistically with all the students, because with our stories we need audience, and the audience always make everything beautiful. And then to Kololo SS, thank you so much for giving us the students. First of all, thank you for identifying most of these students who needed help. To Luzira SS, thank you so much for giving us the students. And you never know, you who is there, tomorrow we might come to your school, so keep it open. And to Chinatown, thank you so much. I wish I knew how to say thank you in Chinese. I would say it so that...
Shishe.
Yeah?
They say shishe.
Shishe.
Yeah.
Sishe?
Yes.
Okay. So to the team of Chinatown, thank you so much. I will say it in Chinese, Sishe, if it is right, but Sishe, thank you so much for giving these young people opportunity to, some of them might have not eaten cornflakes, some of them have not eaten some of those things that we see on the shelves because they have not had opportunity. You know, Barack Obama said we are all equal. The only difference we have is that some people get exposed, some don't get exposed, but besides all, we are all human, and once someone gets exposed, then they will understand the value of humanity.
As Chinatown, from the Board of Directors, I take this opportunity to appreciate the proprietors of Chinatown. They literally showed a big heart, or a large one, or a generous heart to give back to the society. So we have the shopping vouchers, and each shopping voucher is worth 50,000. However, each winner is going to have 6 vouchers,
Wow.
making 300,000 shillings. And so here we are.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5,
6.
6.
Wow.
She gets it.
Thank you so much. And then Dr. Lukman.
Dr. Lukman from Western Isle.
From the rapper.
4, 5, 6.
So those are for Dr.
They are for Dr. Lukman.
Beautifully, wonderfully made.
We at Super Soul Sisters will give back to the community along with our partner Chinatown. So right now we are going to be taking you to the most interesting activity, and the manager is going to be telling us, yes manager, we are excited about using the voucher.
It's such a great experience. So what we're going to do is the shopping from the grocery part, where we are going to use our vouchers, and each one of the winner, Cynthia, has a shopping voucher worth 300,000, and Lukman from Western Isle is going to also to have his voucher worth 300,000 shillings. And so we are going to the ground floor to have this shopping experience.
The resilient girl child, she's adored but neglected. A strong woman, mother, and role model. Beautifully, wonderfully made. She's an icon, she's a star, she's a woman. Oh, she's the girl we all want to see. She's an icon, she's a star, she's a woman. Oh, mwana w'obuwala ayita mu bingi nnyo ddala, nakaba n'anyolwa, kati katumutendeke tumuwanirire paka waggulu ng'ayaka ayake ayaka ayakane. She's a winner, mumulabe. She's a winner, yo yo. She's an icon, she's a star, she's a woman. Oh, she's a winner, mumulabe.
To our team of Super Soul Sisters, I can't mention names, the camera crew, the producer, our production officer, the support team behind all this production. Because when you see me here, you're just seeing Jamila and the guests, but behind me, there is such a big team that makes sure that everything is on point. And to our director, Mr. Gaba, thank you so much for taking up the women cause, because giving us a platform goes with the agenda 2030, which says that women have to be on the on the far front of making sure that the nation serves it better. To our deputy ED, to all that admin, I mean UBC TV as a team, the engineering, to making sure that everything goes on smoothly. Thank you so much. And from me and my producer, we say that aluta continua. See you next year. Bye-bye.